Right golfers, 3 grip and hand killers, so relationship between hands and the face and grip, that make people hit horrible slice drives, lose loads of distance, makes them kind of aim way left, swing way left. And what you see is people trying to fix these ideas of swinging way left and aiming left, so they aim straighter and they might start to swing straighter, but because the way their hands are working on the club doesn't control the club face and the ball just goes to the right, so what they end up doing is just aiming left again, because it's the only way to function. So let's get your hands and the understanding between your hands and the club working, so your drives can start hitting more fairways and get way longer. Killer hold number 1 is not seeing enough knuckles on lead hand and getting the club far too high through the palm. We don't want the club up here, we want it down in this part of the palm. And look at the angle I have to put my hand at to make that happen. This is one of the most common mistakes in golf for amateur golfers. That we're not seeing enough knuckles, so let's see if we can get 2 to a good 3 knuckles on that lead hand as we get the club through this part of the palm is stage 1 to hitting better drives. And the easiest way to fix that is stop trying to hold the club here if you struggle with this, because what happens is people just put their hand down by the club and hold on straight through the middle of the palm. So let's get the club up in the air, get the face pointing up so you can put your lead hand out by the club to hold on. And what you're going to find is that naturally lines up with the correct part of your palm, wrapping that hand over to make sure you see now the 2 to 3 knuckles. This is going to give you a way better hold that will help you control the face. Number 2 is to do with how tight you hold and how you try to use your wrists and understand how your wrists should work. And I want you to think of an idea of going from extended in lead wrist, so if you get a good grip you'll have an extension, to on the way back flattening lead wrist, to as you come down in to hit the ball, just as you hit the ball and after, extending lead wrist again. So think like throwing a frisbee. I'm going to get my wrist bending into flexion to then extend it to try and get that flick. And it's that flick, that release of power and energy and face control that's going to help you hit straighter shots. So many amateurs are holding on as they hit the shot and they actually don't extend this lead wrist. They get the elbow to do work instead, hence you see those horrible chicken wings. What we see from good players is these positions here on the way through, and to get into these positions that lead wrist needs to extend. It has to move into extension, it has to let go. So we need that process to be happening on the way down. So many people think they need to hold on and it's just simply not true. So once you've got your good hold on, what you can do is just do a few practice swings where you go halfway back, try and get this lead wrist flattening, and then on the way through extend it. So try and get the club flicking forwards with the lead wrist extending forwards, where lots of people think this will add loft. It won't. What it will do is get the face overtaking the handle, which will help you control that face to get rid of those horrible slices. Now the last one's a little bit of a curveball, one lots of people really do forget about, and it's extended thumbs. If you look at my thumb on my lead hand here, it's not extended down the grip, it's actually shortened. And then if you look at my thumb with my trail hand here, it's not extended down the grip, it's shortened up. What this does is get my hands working in a much more tactile, feel-based way. So similar to how I would hold a pencil. I'm not going to hold a pencil, extending everything out. You get this kind of little claw grip. So by getting your thumbs to not extend quite so much allows you to get your hands into such a better position on the club, which will lead to way more feel of the club and way more control. So simplest way of doing this is once you've got your hold on, if you're an extender of the thumb, just shorten it up, just literally pull it back towards you, and what you'll find, it's good for showing that extra knuckle. So as I do this, it allows me to see more knuckle on this lead hand. As I extend this wrist down or thumb down, it pushes my hand this way on the club. And then a similar thing happens with the trail hand extending down, is we get this horrible kind of stretch and separation on the back here where I can't really hold on if I'm overlapping or interlocking. Where if you shorten the thumbs, it neatens everything up together, gets your hands working more together, and in turn might give you that little bit more control of the face. Better control of your hands on the club, better use of your hands in relationship to your grips, going to give you so much more control of the face, which will allow you to aim, swing, and then commit to some better shots, hopefully allowing you to just start lowering those scores with that heightened level of control. Now, if you want to understand how to improve your iron play, this video is doing really well and helping a lot of students, and I think it will help you hit ball then turf strikes.